Welcome to our new video. In this tutorial series, we will go through the ways to create React applications. Later we will see CRA architecture in detail. There are few different ways to get started with React, but it is easier when we use a tool called Create React App. It is a command line tool which generates start a React project and it comes with all the setup of Babel and Webpack. We need all of these things to convert our JSX code, that is React code, into production ready JavaScript code. Without this tool, we would have to configure all of those things ourselves. To run this tool on your computer, you need a modern version of Node installed on your system. You can check that by going to command prompt or terminal and do as I mentioned here, and this will show your Node version. Ideally, your Node version should be 5.2 or above. Once you have installed Node with the current version, you can navigate to the desired directory and create your project as mentioned here. npx will pull out the latest version of Create React App tool from internet and put all of those files in your application named blog app. npx helps us avoid versioning, dependency issues, and installing unnecessary package. Let's try to understand the CRA architecture in brief. We will understand the reason behind all of these things when we learn about pure React in the upcoming topics. Let's start from the Node modules. All the project dependencies lives inside Node modules, and any of the packages that we install from the internet is also going to reside inside it. Public folder has got all the public files which are public to the browser, including index.html file. All of our React files is then injected inside div with id root. You can put some text inside it if you want to check whether your React code is being rendered into it or not. If the code is being rendered, then any text you put inside that div would be replaced by that code. Next is your source folder. Almost of your code that you write will reside inside your source folder. All of our components that we are going to write is going to be inside our source folder. We have index.js file inside our source folder which is going to kickstart our application. It is going to take all of our React components and mount it to the DOM. If you see clearly, it is taking our app component and rendering it to the DOM, and it is rendering our app component inside the div with id root as discussed earlier. We have logo.svg which is being used inside our app component. We also report web vitals which is a performance file. The files app.css, app.test.js, logo.svg, setuptest.js, and reportwebvitals.js may be deleted as they are not needed in our application right now. React.strict means React does additional checks during development and it gives the warning down in the console if there are any warnings to report. We also have git ignore file just in case we are using version control with git. Now coming to the package.json, it lists down all the dependencies of the application. So anything that our project depends on which all lives inside the node modules. We also have scripts which can help us preview our application in a browser on a local server or build our application for production or test our application or eject the webpack file. By default, the application runs in localhost port 3000 with the address localhost:3000 and looks like this. Let's say you are starting out with some projects from GitHub. It does not have node modules in it. So you can do npm install. It will look into the package.json file and install all the necessary dependencies. Thank you for watching our video. Please stay tuned for upcoming React tutorials. Please visit our website for more educational, engineering, and career-oriented contents.